What's going on, gangsters? We're going to talk about Frankenweenie from 1984. Not the new one, which is in 3D, shot in Nightmare Before Christmas or like the Corpse Bride style. This one was actually used with actors and a real dog back in 1984. It was a short film by Tim Burton, which was kind of unknown at the time. But now we all know him, and some people think he's weird and crazy, but I love his style of movies, the way he does it. It's always dark, and just the colors that he uses and the way he uses it. I just love the films. And you can tell by watching the short film of Frankenweenie from 1984 that he already had that style. It didn't take a few years to get going, and he trademarked something that he wanted to maybe look like his movies. He actually already had it. You know, this one was black and white instead of like the new one shot in that style of Nightmare Before Christmas. It had real actors and a real dog in it, and so I've seen it online, you know, a year or two ago, and I was looking up Tim Burton, and I never did get online and watch it though, but I just know it was a short film. So, and then when this came out, it drew my interest to go check it out. So I looked on YouTube yesterday, watched it. It's only about 30 minutes long, so it's pretty short. It's basically about a little boy named Victor and his dog Sparky. Just a straight up love for the dog, you know, when you're a kid and you got pets and stuff. And so he throws a ball, and you can kind of tell where it's going to, where he's throwing it basically out in the middle of the damn street, and the dog gets ran over. So then he goes to school, and you know, he's all sad and everything, and he sees his teacher have like where they dissect frogs and stuff, and they kind of give a little shock. His feet jump up, and he sparks an idea. So he goes home, gets a toaster and a bunch of other metallic stuff, and just, I mean, it's like a mad scientist for a little boy. It's kind of cute. Reminds you of course, Frankenstein. So he digs the dog back up from the graveyard, and he resurrects the dog back through electricity. So then he's hiding the dog. He's got to hide it. You know, he's got stitches where he's stitched it back up. He's got the little bolts like Frankenstein, and so he's got to hide him. Well, you don't hide him too long. Before you know it, he accidentally gets out and runs around the neighborhood, scares a few people, and they think he's got a monster in the house or whatever. So the parents, the dad is Daniel Stern from Home Alone fame. He's on there. He's real young. I guess it might have been one of his first things that he's done. So basically, they're going to try to hide him and stuff, and you know, that doesn't really work. So then they're like, well, let's invite everybody over, explain what happened. You know, they'll understand. Well, really, it freaks the dog out, because when they bring him out and they see him, they actually go crazy and scare him, and he runs off and, you know, starts going crazy and runs through the neighborhood, and they basically start chasing him like they do Frankenstein in the old classic movies, trying to get rid of him, kill him, whatever they want to do, because he's a monster or whatever. So anyway, they actually do. One of the guys is carrying like a lighter. He drops it, burns down this like windmill that the dog ran into, but the little boy ran into too, and he gets knocked out by accident. So they pull Victor out. The dog does, Sparky, and he saves him. But then at the time when he saves him, he gets squashed by the windmill thing that's on fire, and so all the townspeople around the neighborhood, they're like, well, he saved him, you know, the dog's a hero, so we have to bring him back to life. So you know, the kid wakes up, and so they hook up. They got a big line of cars, and they have hooked to their batteries, all these battery cables. They hook it to the dog's neck and stuff, brings him back to life, which is pretty cool. You know, it's you didn't want to see a sad ending where the dog does die. So and then there's a poodle that gets out of a car or something and has the black hair, and it's got the little light, and it's like the bride, you know, and then you know, it just goes off. So it's a pretty short, basic story. I mean, it's not a whole lot to it. I'm just kind of anxious to see what they're going to do with the new movie. Of course, it's going to be longer and everything. Like I said, this one's done in a different style. So far from what I've seen on previews, it looks pretty good. I've seen some reviews that said it really wasn't that good, that they liked Hotel Transylvania a little bit better. But I don't know. I like Tim Burton. You just got to understand Tim Burton's movies. So I'll give it a shot and go check it out. Even though it's in 3D, I'm not real fond of 3D movies, but I think this will be a cute little movie to take my kids to go see. So, but of course, Frankenweenie from 1984, though, it is on VHS. I haven't seen it on DVD anywhere. I think when this movie gets released on DVD or Blu-ray, I'm sure that they'll add the 30-minute short of the original to it, and I hope they do, which would be pretty cool to have. So, gangsters, if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, take 30 minutes of your day. If you got little kiddies, throw them in front of it. It's a cute little dog. Like I said, it's one of them dogs that if you were growing up in the 80s, you remember Spuds MacKenzie with the Bud commercials. It's that kind of dog. And it's just a cute little short film by Tim Burton. So until next time, gangsters, when I go see Frankenweenie in 3D,